been a while since I've made any updates on the DIY camper build, but recently I just got this 110 watt foldable solar panel from MHPOWOS, and I did a video on its capabilities, gave it a little review, did some tests on it, and I was really impressed with the output. So what I'd like to do is to set up my battery system inside the camper, and I want to make it so that I can use the portable solar panel to charge my battery bank that is inside here. Now, when I first built this, I had a couple of 6-volt golf cart batteries inside, and they were lead acid batteries, and since then they have stopped working. I've removed those, so I need to get a new battery system. I'm going to go with LiFePO4 battery, but I need to get that installed, and then I need to come in. This is the vent for my battery system. I needed a vent back then because I was using lead acid batteries. I'm not going to need that with the LiFePO batteries, but it's already installed, so I'm going to leave it there. But this is where my battery compartment is. I know I've got an electrical outlet here, and I've got my DC fuse boxes over here. So I'm going to need to drill a hole and install an SAE connector that I can use to plug the portable panel into to charge my battery. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. So let's get to it. Alright, so this is my battery compartment right here on the right hand side. The left, I've just got storage area. So I need to get this connected up so that I can start using my lights. I don't have any lights currently, so let me get my battery in here, and I can at least get that working. Alright, I've got a 50 amp hour battery here that I'm gonna be using. So let me get this hooked up. This is a LiFePO4 battery. One problem that it has is that it does not have low temperature protection. So I've got to make sure that I don't have this hooked up to a charger during the winter. So now that I've got that connected up, let me check to see if my lights work. Yep. Alright, so now you can see inside my battery compartment. I've got to decide where I want to come in with my solar. There's not a whole lot of space in here. I'm thinking I can come in right around here. So that's like a 45 to the right of this vent from the outside. Alright, let me go get my drill. We'll drill a hole, and we'll get that installed. Okay, so I want to come about 1.5 inches from here if I'm going to match it up. So I would want to come to about right there. And I need my hole to be large enough that this can fit in. So let me go get the right size drill bit. We'll get that drilled, and we'll get this installed. All right, 5/8 was too small, so 3/4 it is. Put that about right there. Okay, should be able to get that through. Got a nice cover there. So let me get some Lexel to seal that off with. We'll throw some screws in. All right, I've got a couple of stainless screws that I'm going to use. Let me throw some Lexel around this so that it doesn't leak. Okay, it's probably going to be a little messy, but that's okay. All right, I want to hand screw these in because I don't want to strip anything out. Okay. I don't know, should I attempt to clean that up a little bit? That usually ends up making it worse, but yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, now let's go get that connected up on the inside. Then we'll connect up our solar panel and see how it works. Alright, so here I am coming through the wall. I've got this SAE connector, and the reason why I'm using that is because I have an SAE 10 amp charge controller from a company called Bateria. And not sponsored, I actually purchased this myself. But you can see that it has SAE connectors on either end, which makes it really easy to set this up. So it has right here a sun, which means this is coming from the panel, and right here a battery, so this goes to the battery. So this is the side that I want to connect up to my external port, and I want to make sure that when I plug these in that I've got red on the same side on both sides of the connection, and I do, so that is good. So now I've got my charge controller installed. Now what I need to do, and I'm just going to set something up temporarily. I've got another SAE connector here, which will allow me to connect up to the battery. So if I connect to these, see, in this case my positive cable is flipped, so I'm going to need a gender bender. So luckily one comes with the charge controller. So now when I connect these up, I've got positive on the same side. Okay. And I've just got alligator clips here to connect this up. I'll come up with something a little bit more permanent. So now we've got this set up, and let's see, what is that? Right now it's set to gel, so I want to change that, and it shows the voltage of the battery. It's at 13.2 volts, nothing coming in from the solar panel. So let me push and hold this. That allows me to toggle through, and that's AGM. All the way to the right is the lithium or LiFePO4. And then I'll press and hold that again, and now it's permanent. So now I've got this set up to charge LiFePO4 batteries. That's how simple it is to get set up. If you want to connect, if you want your RV or any kind of a camper or trailer, you want to set it up so that you can connect an external solar panel, that's how easy it is. Alright, so let's go get the solar panel hooked up, and then we can come back and we can see what kind of current we've got coming in. Alright, so just once again to reiterate how versatile this solar panel is, it actually comes with an MC4 adapter that will connect up to the cable that comes out of the solar panel, and that allows you to use any of these connectors here, whether it's an XT60, an MC, or an Anderson, different DC connectors here, or because it's MC4, I mean, I've got a bunch of different MC4 based connectors. So I've got one here that will convert MC4 to SAE, and now I've got an SAE extension cable here. Oh, looks like I'm going to need a gender bender for that. Let me make sure. We'll use this side, and that's going to connect up properly. So now I've got positive on the same side. Now I can take the other end of this and plug it into my port right here. Okay, so let's move the solar panel out over here where it can get some sun, and we'll check out how that's doing. Now it's in the afternoon, so the sun's not straight up and down right now, but let me get this solar panel set up. Alright, so we've got our panel up. We can trace the cable to the input, just so you know that we're not faking you out. Not that I would ever fake you out anyway, but a lot of people want to see that. And we'll come in here, and we should be able to take a look at our charge controller and see what we've got coming in. Okay, we can see that it is charging. And let me push the button there. Yeah, look at that. So we're charging with 13.7 volts currently, 6 amps. 6 amps coming in. When the solar panel, the max charging current is 5.5 amps. Since I've used that, I've consistently got 6 or above. So that's just an impressive solar panel. So now, just like that, I am completely set up to charge my battery backup in my camper using a portable solar panel. And the nice thing about that is when I don't need it to top off the battery that's in the camper, I can use it to charge my portable battery banks. And when I'm not using the solar panel to charge, I have a trickle charge right here. It's just a 3 amp. It'll charge both 6 and 12 volt batteries, and I can set this up and then just connect it directly to the battery. That's if I have shore power available. So I've got 2 methods now. Before I only had shore power method of charging. Now I've got both shore power and solar power to be able to charge my my battery. So it looks like we're back in business with the camper, and better than it was before. So I've got a battery installed again. I've got 2 methods of charging the battery now, both shore power and solar power. Super easy to get that installed so that I can charge, you know, with the solar panel. I've got that excellent solar panel that it's giving me 6 amps of current. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I don't have sun directly overhead. Still pulling 6 amps. I've said it I don't know how many times, but I'm impressed with that solar panel. And I'm going to have links in the description where you can pick up that solar panel, the charge controller, anything else that I'm using to get this installed. So if you guys want to set something up, even if it's, you know, a shed that you just want to run a light bulb to, so you've got light in your shed, anything that you want to have a battery or a battery bank charged using a portable solar panel, you can use this exact same setup. So that's going to do it for this week's video. So I'll talk to you guys later.